Hello guys, and welcome back to Football Manager. Welcome back to Denmark yet again here. The manager of SC København, as you're well aware, where obviously we're expected to win pretty much everything this season, other than reach the latter stages of Europe. You know, it's going that way. It is going that way. We are currently unbeaten still in Denmark. We're having a fantastic season, as you'd expect, as the strongest team in the league. It's exactly what we needed in our 8th season now in Denmark, unfortunately. The league has now split into two. We'll have a quick run through what's happened since you were last here. Of course, last time you were here was that disappointing 0-0 draw with Vegard. We followed that up, though, with another 0-0 draw, this time to the defending champions in AGF. Very disappointing. As far as Europa League's gone, it's gone very, very well. We beat Zurich 4-2, which was great. Brøndby 3-0 in the league. Brøndby have had a shocking season, by the way. Henry Bess and Bo Bangsbo with the goals in this one. Followed that up in the cup against Holbæk. 3-1 win, comfortable. Crvena Zvezda were next in Europe. Another 4 goals scored in European competition. Nordsjælland, nice 1-0 win. Luis Alcivar with the goals in this one. We have made some signings as well, guys, just so you know. There's been a few outs as well, unfortunately, but we'll go over those in a moment. AAB were next. 1-0 again in this one. Ribeiro was sent off. Daniel Rivera with the goal. Dupont missed a penalty for us, though, unfortunately. I don't know why the centre-half's taking the penalty. But he was. But we're restricted to AAB, to not a lot, really. Is RB Salzburg next up in Europe. Another comfortable win in this one, 3-1. And we absolutely smashed Midtjylland in the league. 6-2. Henry Best with a hat-trick at Kukasa and Kwon Jin Soo with a double in this one. Fantastic performance. We only hit the target 9 times and we scored 6 of them. Midtjylland did score 2, though, which was rather concerning. We've not conceded too many goals in the league this season, so to concede 2 there was disappointing. Sonderjysk next in the cup, comfortable 2-0 win. It was PAOK in the Europa League, 7-0. We beat PAOK in Europe. Henry Best scored 4 in this one. Bo Bangsbo, Leonardo Chasson and Kwon Jin Soo with the goals. We dominated the game. We really did dominate the game. I'll get to the point, obviously, guys, where we see some new names, and then I'll go through the signs and we'll come back and do the rest of them. But we had the mid-season break then. We took on AC Horsens in a friendly 2-0 win. Former club next in Europe, and it was a voluntary. I think we're going to get to the point now where there's some new signings here. Semir Svasic, come back from his injury. He's got on the score sheet. Miroslav Janko Jendris is still here. He's also signed a new contract. We've got rid of his minimum fee release clause. So he's here now, you know, without the risk of losing him, potentially. But 2-0 over our former club in Romania. None of the players left from when we were there. Of course, it was quite a while ago now. So not really expecting too many of them to still be hanging around. But again, it's another game that we did dominate. We followed that up with a former rival of ours in Maribor. 2-0 again. Svasic with both the goals in this one. Still not seeing any new names in here yet, so we're yet to sign them. Obviously, at this stage of this season, though, in January, the transfer window is open, so we were looking. We followed that up again. Another little break mid-season with FC Honka, and this is the point where the signings did start to come in, so we will obviously go over them now. In terms of players in, let's have a look. Last one that you saw was possibly Henry Bess. It was Henry Bess. So we've brought 2 in. We've brought Sven Havard Vrotvold in from Bodø Glimt in Norway. We brought him in on a free transfer as well. 25-year-old Norwegian. Absolutely stunning striker for the level of football that we're playing at. He's consistent. He enjoys big matches. He's got some crazy attributes for an advanced forward, and he's very, very good. Could do with maybe being just a little bit quicker, maybe a little bit taller as well. He's quite small on the pitch. I say 5'9" is small. I'm 6'3", so it is small compared to me. But yeah, he's really, really good, and he's got 3 and 4 in the league, 5 and 2 in non-competitive football for us. Has had a bit of an injury, unfortunately, though, so not really got up to full speed yet. But for a free transfer to be valued around about £22 million is absolutely fantastic. £40,000 a week. And the other one was a centre half. It is Pedro Fusar Poli, is an Argentinian 27-year-old. Another good player who we've brought in. If we put him on a ball playing defender on defend, he's got some great attributes for that position. He's pacey, he can jump. Heading's a little bit poor, but he can tackle. His passing's okay. He's got great stamina as well and natural fitness, resolute personality. Is injury prone according to this, but he's not had an injury with us yet. Consistent again, enjoys big matches. Cost us 6.25 million. We've already tripled his value basically, and he's started off, as you can see, quite well for us. And the reason we had to bring him in was because you can see here we've made £49 million in player sales this season. And the reason we had to bring him in was because Yapi Yapo has gone to Arsenal. He's gone for £16.5 million, which was his release clause. Arsenal triggered his release clause, so unfortunately we lost Yapi Yapo. He's actually playing for Arsenal, which is good to see. They've not just signed him to fill the squad. He's on £96,000 a week. Again, his value has tripled though, and that's just the Premier League for you, and English football in general. But he's a very good player, and I'm very disappointed to lose him. We did make some other sales as well. Players who have gone out. We've sold Luis Alcivar for 8.75 million to Benfica. It was definitely one for the future. We could have got more out of him. It's 10.25 million in total, I think. Yeah, for him. So good money brought in there. Lasse Jensen didn't feature for us. He's not really that good either, and we've sold him for £6 million to Roma, which is really good. So we've got money in for him there. Williams, again, another one who didn't really feature for us. He played 5 games for the club in total. 8.25 million brought in for him. He's gone to Olympiacos in Greece. It's a huge profit for the club. He played twice for us as the manager. So it's wages off the book. There's been a few other small ones, a few loans, stuff like that. So that's you up to date with the transfers. So we'll get back to the fixtures. FC Honka and Friendly fine 4-1. Silkeborg in the league was 3-0. Another fantastic performance. Jinsu with 2. Obese on the score sheet as well. Dominated the game again. Followed that up with 2-0 over OB. Rotvold got his goal in this one. Gubani is back from his injury as well, his long-term injury, and he got himself on the score sheet. AC Horsens in the Cup, the quarter-final first leg, 2-0 win, comfortable. Carlos Dos Rios and Bose Bangsbo with the goals in this one. Another comfortable performance. Fahic had a poor game up front though, which was disappointing. Lingby in the league, 3-0, fantastic. Rotvold got 2. Daniel Rivera 1. Kwon Jin So was sent off after 45 minutes as well. It was only 1-0 at that point. And I thought Lingby possibly could have had a route back into the game, but we went and scored 2 more, which was great. We qualified for the round of 16 in the Europa League. We actually finished second behind Arsenal, 21 points, played 8-1-7, lost 1, a plus 19 goal difference there, so pretty decent. And we took on Pogon in the round of 16 first leg. We won 1-0 away from home, which was great. It was Kakasa with the goal. And in the home leg, we won 2-0 in this one. Henry Bess and Janko Gendris with the goals. So we progressed to the quarter-final, where we have been drawn against Arsenal, unfortunately. The best team in the competition, without any shadow of doubt. So I think that's going to be the end of our European campaign this season. But league-wise, it was a disappointing draw with Lingby. Very disappointing. The board were quite angry with me about this one. 0-0. We had our chances, we just didn't score them. And Rotvold had a poor game. Besse Dos Reis had a poor games as well. We did bounce back though with that 2-0 over Pogon, and then this was last game of the season. It was of the regular season, should I say. And Vegard were actually in the top 6 at this point. They were battling with their rivals AAB to get into that top 6, and AAB won, and we thumped Vegard. So Vegard have gone into that relegation group. Unfortunately, they're doing really well though. They, like I say, they've just missed out on the final day of getting into the championship group. But Gubani, Gendris and Kakasa with a hat-trick in this one. We also missed a penalty, but it was a great 5-0 victory over our former side. Cup-wise, we drew 1-1 with Horsens as well, so we're actually into the semi-final of the Cup. We've got Silkeborg in that, so there's no reason why we can't go into the final of that. But how the preliminary phase finished in Denmark, obviously we're comfortably clear at the top of that, 10 points clear, yet to lose a game, conceded 4 goals all season, and they're all against Midtjylland, believe it or not. So they're the only team in Denmark who've scored against us this season in the league. AGF are doing well as well though, defending champions there, 11 points clear of Midtjylland in 3rd place. Vegard finished on 25. You can see that swing that they had there on the final day of the season with AAB. Unfortunately, even if they'd beat us, I think they'd have gone out on goal difference anyway. But, you know, it's encouraging from Vegard, and you can see just how poor of a season Brøndby are having. 2nd bottom with 20 points. So we're back today for the Championship group, which sees Midtjylland in there. AGF, Eschberger is a bit of a surprise one. Silkeborg as well, and AAB. Again, another surprise one. But like I say, we are that 10 points clear, so there's no reason why we can't go on and win this title. Financially, with all the sales that we've made and stuff like that, the club's looking pretty healthy. 27.5 million transfer budget. We're under the wage budget. We do lose a lot of money. We spend a lot of money on player wages. It's about £3 million a month, I want to say. Where's player wages? Is it in staff wages? No, it's not. It's right at the top. Right at the top. It's £3 million a month. So we're already like up to last season's total in terms of finances and wages, but we do lose a lot of money throughout the month, unfortunately. But we do have that European football money coming in, and like I say, the prize money in Denmark is just ridiculous. But let's get into today's game. We are taking on the defending champions AGF. We are away from home. This could potentially be our first loss of the season. Unfortunately, then I've got Arsenal, which is going to be a killer. Yappo is going to come back and torture us, isn't he? So this is the lineup that we're going to go for today. We do have a couple of injuries. Dos Reyes and Sven Havard Rotvold, both currently injured. These are youth players that I have to use to fill the squad up with, believe it or not. So it's Haaland in goal. Very, very good goalkeeper. Still a young man at 25 years old as well. Is improving. Fantastic. Really, really good. Happy with him. Campos Ribeiro continues as the right fullback again. He's another fantastic player at 25 years old. Very, very good. He's had a good season as well. Fusar Poli, one of the new signings in the centre of defence today, alongside Dupont, another good player. Getting on a little bit now, though, 29 years old, but not really for a defender. Defenders tend to play longer than strikers, really, don't they? Nobrega continues as the left back. Him and Gendris sort of swap, but Gendris can play in the centre of defence as well, and he does play in defensive midfield. So he's sort of played in a few places for us this season, has Gendris, but Nobrega's a great player at 27 years old. Midfield for today is going to be Garcia Cruz, old man. He's retiring at the end of the season. Maybe not the best of players, but his legs are gone a little bit, but he's going to get the start today. Alongside Norgard, 26-year-old Dane, another one who's had a great season. And then it's Rivera on the other side, the 30-year-old Peruvian, another one who's had a very, very good season in the league. Two wingers for today are going to be Bessie. He's had a fantastic season. He's got 7 goals in 11 appearances with 5 assists. He's done quite well in Europe as well with 7 goals in 7. And he's a great signing for a free transfer. So pleased to have him fit and available today. Kakasa continues on the right-hand side. Another great player, 20-year-old Marley. 29-year-old, beg your pardon. And then Gubani is going to make the start up top today. He's only played 4 games in the league for us this season thanks to his injury. He's picked up 4 goals and an assist in that time, though. Another one who's slightly older, at 30 years old. He's starting to decline a little bit as well, but he can certainly do a job for us. Right, and we're underway. This could potentially be the title decider. We win this, we go 13 points clear of AGF. Of course, they're 11 points clear of Midtjylland in third, so it's a one-horse race, but it's a two-horse race, if you know what I mean. But a win here today could see us go 13 clear. And it's Nobrega coming forward. Ball falls to Rivera kindly inside the penalty area. How's he missed? How's he put that wide? It was easy to hit the target there, really, wasn't it? And he somehow managed not to. We are starting the better team here, though, and it's Nobrega finding Norgard. Of course, we're in our third kit today. Garcia Cruz heads that on. It's not the greatest of headers, though. And AGF have opened the scoring in the 19th minute. We are going to get the VAR check. I didn't see who the scorer was. Was it Rosman? It didn't look like Rosman to me who scored it. And thankfully it has been disallowed. I think Operanosi was he was a couple of yards offside there. It was a poor pass across the pitch, really, by Nobrega, I think it was, who sprayed that ball across. Kukasa, free kick, 41st minute. It's a good one. Oh my God, that was close. I could see from this angle that had some bend on it, and it just bent just too far. But at half time, it is still 0-0. We are obviously on top. We're miles on top. We've a lot of shots compared to AGF's 3. They're yet to hit the target. We just need to find the back of the net, really. And I think this game will be done and dusted. We're going to get a little bit angry with them, though. It's, you know, in the context of things, it is a bit of a poor performance for Copenhagen. We should be winning. This is the opportunity. It's Besset to whip that corner in. It's towards the 6-yard area. It's headed clear, though, but Garcia Cruz finds Nobrega. Can Nobrega get the ball back in, though? Comes back to Norgard instead. Nobrega. Ball forward towards Kokasa. Wins the header. It's a good header. Oh, it's gone just wide of the post from Kokasa. Nobrega coming forward towards Gumbani again. Kokasa inside the area. Garcia Cruz finds Rivera. We're trying to walk it in here. They have managed to get it clear. Campos Ribeiro. Nobrega. Effort from the edge of the area. It's a comfortable save for Traore in goal there. We have made a quick change as well. Gumbani's coming off. Svajic is coming on, the Swiss striker. Gumbani not really having the best of games. He's still getting back up to match fitness, is the South African. So we've got to be careful with him, really. He's been out with a long-term injury. But we're into the final 15 minutes of this game now, and it is still 0-0. I think 0-0 would be a disappointing performance. Traore with this goal kick, though. Can we win the defensive header? Garcia Cruz wins it. The ball falls kindly to Rivera. Strides forward. It comes back inside to Norgard, feeding Svajic. Svajic chip ball over the top to Kokasa. It was a poor ball, but Norgard does pick up the pieces. Now Kokasa, can he pick out a teammate in the middle? And it's another poor ball. It's headed clear by Ahluhu. Now Sorrow. Campos Ribeiro does well to pinch it back. Kokasa's in behind the defence, pulls it across for Besset. Henry Besset with his 15th goal of the season gives Copenhagen the league away to the reigning champions in AGF in the 83rd minute. It took us 3 attempts to get the ball into the box there. There's a few poor passes. This pass by Campos Ribeiro, though, is fantastic. Gets Kokasa in behind the defence. First time cross. Besset, he's all by himself. Just has to tap it in past the goalkeeper. And that's our pressure starting to tell there. With 21 shots, with 7 on target, we finally hit the back of the net. And we just have to see the game now out into injury time to give us that 13-point gap at the top. And there it is, guys. A fantastic win. We keep up our unbeaten league record. We keep up our record of only one team scoring against us in the league as well. And we move 13 points clear at the top with 9 games remaining. Now, next episode, we're obviously going to come back and see us lift the title. How early that is, I don't know. And then we're going to start looking at our next nation, which I have started loading. And it is Norway. So we're staying in Scandinavia. Hopefully, Norway doesn't take the mickey out of me like Denmark has. 8 seasons I've been in Denmark. We're finally getting out of it this season. There's no way we're throwing this title away. Now, I need quick fire Norway. Quick fire Norway, really. I really need a quick fire Norway. Desperately. Bodo Glimt, that would be the dream, wouldn't it? Bodo Glimt. Maybe Molde, Molde are still a good team, but Bodo Glimt, we need to get in there, don't we, really, as soon as possible. But guys, thank you very much for watching. Obviously, I'm going to play through to the rest of the season now. I have got Arsenal next, which is fantastic. We'll come back, like I say, to see us lift that title, and then we'll move on to the next nation. So guys, thank you very much for being here. Please remember to hit that thumbs up button for me and the like button. That's the same thing, Dean. The subscribe button. If you want to stay up to date with anything future on the channel. Yeah, guys, thank you very much, and I'll catch you all next time. See you later.